Good evening, gents. Congratulations on a fine 2-1 victory away at Rushall Olympic. I'd have to say my post-match questions certainly changed after what they would have been after about 85 minutes when we went a goal down. Tell us how you feel about that.
We're ecstatic, obviously, to take the 3 points. We knew coming here today was going to be a battle. We knew Rushall would put up a very good fight. But I did say to our boys that before the game, I thought that we had the better players in our changing room, and if we got on the pitch and played our normal way and played our normal football, we could win the game. But I must give Rushall a lot of credit for the way they performed today, because I thought first half was very even, and I thought second half they were on top of us for a good portion of that, and obviously that's when they scored their goal. So to come back in those dying minutes with seconds to go and score 2 goals and win the game, obviously you saw the joy and the ecstasy on the bench and the fans and everything. So yeah, we're ecstatic to take the 3 points, obviously.
Andrew Smudge just alluded to there that the pressure that Rushall were putting us under in that second period, and it was almost inevitable that goal would come, and it felt like we were looking at defeat when we fell behind. But this squad are made of strong stuff, and what a comeback. You must be so proud.
Yeah, I think the second goal was probably one of the best moments in football because of the sort of manner we've turned the game around. I've got to echo what Gaz says in terms of this league this year is very competitive, which you can see from the league table. There's 5 or 6 or 7 teams even which are all vying for a promotion in the league. So the standard of the league's got higher, and you've got to give credit to Rushall in the second half of what they've managed to do to us and keep us pinned in terms of their style of play and how they approach the game. And also we've got to remember, away from home, and Rushall have lost 1 game before today, so the crowd got behind them. Obviously they're a home pitch and it's a tough place to come. So yeah, but I'm delighted because it is a tough place to come, and we knew that before the game, and it's the manner we've turned the game around. What I will say is that a couple of things is we've made a change tactically which affected the game, and Tyrell Waite was on the pitch, and we've gone 1-1, and Tyrell said, "Leave it, Andy, leave it, don't change it back to 4-3, leave it." And you know what, the boys felt that moment on the pitch, so I've got to give credit to some of the lads on the pitch what said leave it, because they felt they had momentum, and it's not always us on the side, and we give them a framework, but they've changed the game in terms of their character. That's what I'm most pleased about today. I thought the first half was quite even, or we edged it. I thought the second half for 20 minutes they come out. You've got to expect that though in this league, and it's competitive. But I am delighted more than anything for the lads taking a bit of ownership, and for the character that they've showed, to keep going under adversity, because they could have just folded because of the pressure that we was under, but we've managed to turn that around in that moment.
Gary, Creaney will grab the headlines because he scored the 2 goals, and in a way that's deserved, and obviously that's great, but it was a team effort really that really clawed that back for us today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you could see backs to the walls defending for long periods of that game, but the boys have dug deep, and where they find the energy and to continue and press and try and get something out of the games is phenomenal, really. I mean, like Andy said, we give them a platform to go and build on, and they're the ones when they cross the white line who are turning things around and making things happen on the pitch. So a lot of credit for the players.
Andy, you're on a great run of form, no hiding that. We've won the last 8 out of the last 9. If you take out the League Cup encounter with Colville as not really a first team fixture. But today we've not played well, but it's a sign of a great side when you can turn around and win a game like that.
Yeah, I think a couple of things is that the ethos and the culture at the club, the staff and the players, when we cross the white line when it comes to training, and the build up to the week, there's a work ethic and an ethos at the club from every member of staff and every player. I think that bodes well, because that's embedded into the team in terms of the morals and values. So I think that when we have to go to them sort of dig deep, if you like, you're not going to win a league without digging deep. And the teams who are at the top, you'll see that they've won 1-0s and 1-0 or 2-1. So you have to do that to be in the championship. And you can't to be in the title race. You can't play well every game, and I'd say I'd learn more about the lads when we're 1-0 down away to Rushall with 10 minutes to go. We give them a tactical change. How do they buy into it? Can they go and do it? Have they got that in them? And for me, when we're beating Lowestoft 4-1, you don't learn a lot about your team. Today I've learned a lot about the characters in the team. I've learned that you've mentioned Dan Creaney scored 2 goals. Tara Waite went up front. Jack Kincannon come off the line and got in the pockets and changed the game. And the back four defended and stepped up and was brave. So they took the ownership. The centre mids, Fordy and Bez got on the ball and made his tick again. So they take the praise from me because it's the characters what I've learned about today. And that really fills me up as much joy as just the Dan Creaney second goal, because I know that the lads will fight for the club, the management and each other, and that's powerful. I feel they empower the football club.
Absolutely. Gary, before the game you joked with us as a media team that you could play 2 different 11s. There were that many players available. It was a nice problem to have, but then you look at the game panned out today. We picked up injuries to Jordan Brown, to Ben Hart, probably another couple of niggles as well, and all of a sudden Tuesday's home game with Stourbridge, you've got doubts over who can play.
Yeah, definitely. That's why we've got the squad that we have got. So obviously the time will come to utilise it. I always tell the players that are not playing, that their time will come, and just make sure that they're ready when that time comes. And obviously, as you can see today, picking up more injuries, this squad will now be utilised as best we can to get us through the next set of games.
And looking forward to a week today, home tie in the FA Cup against Notts County. How difficult will it be to keep the lads focused, Andy, on Tuesday's game?
As far as I'm concerned, we've got Stourbridge. We'll watch Stourbridge. Everything's about Stourbridge. The game's about Stourbridge. I've told the boys that our bread and butter is the league. We're judged on the league. I told them a target about 2 points per game is what wins the league. As far as I'm concerned, the county game, address the county game after Tuesday night at 10 o'clock, 10:30. Then we'll study Notts County. But at the moment, it's a full focus, and the boys in there, they've driven that. To be fair to them, apart from the day of the draw, they've been fully focused on the league and what they've got to do, because the experienced ones have got older, some of the young ones. So I understand for the football club, it's a nice position to be in, but Stourbridge is what the focus is, and we keep reiterating that to one game at a time.
Okay, roll on Tuesday evening. We'll catch up with you guys again then. Thank you very much for your time.
Cheers. Thank you.